My name's Rachel Thompson. I play for Wigan Warriors ladies team. I was probably about 8 when I started playing rugby myself. I think if you're even thinking about giving it a try, you've got nothing to lose. There's a lot to gain from it, you know. Growing up, my family's always been massive rugby league fans. Every Christmas we got season tickets, we got Wigan shirts. It was just part of the family, really.
I think people are shocked when they watch their first game of Women's Rugby League. I don't think they expect it to be as physical as the men. And actually it's just as good, if not better, some of the games that you watch.
There's a lot of people that have never even heard of Women's Rugby League, never mind seeing it. But when they do, they love it just as much as, you know, they love the men's games.
Wigan is a mining town and a working class town. I think people from Wigan are very, very grounded. They value kind of effort and grit and determination. It's something as a club we try to emulate.
It's a massive club and a massive honour to step out on that pitch. It's very cheesy to say, but you almost felt like you're living the dream. You know, you're not just now performing for yourself or your team. You're performing for this club.
To totally dedicate yourself to the game and then also having to do a full-time job and earn yourself a living it'd be very, very difficult. And looking back to kind of rugby in the 80s, that's what players were doing back then. There was a definite distinction when the game became professional, and that's something that the women's rugby now is fighting against. The work rate and the effort to improve is there, but they've not got the kind of ability to just pump all the focus into rugby, which is hopefully where that eventually will get.
So we'll start from Monday. Well, I'll have a game on a Sunday, so I'll be sore from that. Monday, I'll go to work with the foundation. After work, I'll go to my PT. I'll rush straight back home and I'll do a fitness boot camp for the locals. And on Tuesday morning, I'll come to Wigan. I'll coach all day, then go and do some skills before training starts, which is 6:45 till 9. So we'll train all evening. I'll be coaching on a Wednesday as well. Thursday, I'll do a full day of coaching again for the community foundation, do an after school club, do some more skills, then into training for 2 hours. And then Friday, come to work for the community foundation. Then Friday night, I have a bit of time to chill. Saturdays, if we have England training, I'll travel to Leeds, get up early on a Saturday, train for the morning, be done at around 1 o'clock, back by 3, chill on a Saturday night. And then obviously we've got a game on a Sunday or training if we don't have a game. So very busy weeks, but I wouldn't change it. I like to be busy.
The Wigan Warriors Community Foundation is the charity of Wigan Warriors. The foundation works in the local community promoting rugby league and developing rugby league. So we really promote the relationship between Wigan Warriors, the team and the club and the local community. So that grassroots level of involvement where we are working with young children at rugby camps, where we're going out to community clubs supporting their delivery. So Rachel and Georgia both work for the Community Foundation now, and the work that they are doing in schools is really great to see. Georgia is going out into the primary schools, so she is a role model for those young girls. Rachel is really doing a good job of promoting more access to rugby league.
It's really good training the younger girls. I thoroughly enjoy it. I get so much out of seeing them enjoying rugby, or even seeing them play when they never had, or seeing them improve.
Men, I think, have been brought up in schools, and especially around this area in Wigan, playing rugby. When I was at school, primary school and secondary school, not until a later age, when I was 16, I didn't get the chance to even try rugby and have a little taster of it.
I think as soon as kids, whatever sport it is, but rugby in particular now, once they get a ball in their hand and they have a go at it, I think they're surprised how much they do enjoy it. I think because they see the top end of the game, which is people getting bashed and hurt and hit, it probably puts them off a little bit, but let them play a game, let them have fun with the mates, and the enjoyment factors there.
It's great that, you know, young girls can now have the ambition to go and play for Wigan, which I never thought I would, and I'm honoured that I actually got the opportunity to. So know when I was Rachel's age, a woman rugby player coming into school didn't exist, and I think it's great for them to have that as an inspiration.
I think I've had a lot of proud moments and a lot of moments that I've thoroughly enjoyed, but for me it was probably that first year in 2018 that I played for Wigan, winning the grand final. scoring 3 tries in a grand final, there's not many people that can say that they've done that. And to do it wearing a Wigan shirt, to get the win as well, was definitely a big achievement for me, probably my proudest achievement to date.
I would say that was probably one of the best days of my life. That was amazing. And then obviously being selected for the performance squad and having a last-minute call-up to go over to the Sydney Nines with England, that was an amazing opportunity. That was my first tour with those. Playing for England is always an honour, and that's something that we all strive towards.
I think one thing in rugby, you're going to get bumps and bruises, you're going to get setbacks, whether that's injuries or it's form, or you're playing on the pitch. So I think you've got to have kind of resilience to you.
Last August, a game here at Robin Park against Castleford, I dislocated my kneecap. Did a lot of damage to the muscles basically around my knee. Had to undergo surgery in November. It's not ideal when you're playing rugby, obviously, but you know, injuries happen. It's my first ever major injury.
Rachel Thompson for Wigan, a big blow for them.
I've had knocks, I've had bumps and bruises, but nothing really quite as severe as this. It's long hours of rehab, it's long hours of the boring stuff, but it's what's got to be done. A lot of people did think women shouldn't play rugby, or that's how they perceive it, but when they've watched it and they realise it is just as skillful as the men's game. It is predominantly a man's game, but I think slowly that is being changed over time.
Male athletes get paid, the women don't. We have full-time jobs. Some of our players are full-time teachers. We've got some nurses, we've got sports coaches. Some girls are students working part-time jobs. The rugby is their job, so they have a lot more time to dedicate to rugby and the skills. So people expect, and it should be expected, that the men's game is at a higher standard. They have massage therapists. Their rest days are having time at home, going to do whatever they want to do, leisurely things. Our rest days, we have to work a full day at work. If I wasn't playing rugby, I probably would have children now. And home life as well. They've got to look after the children, get childcare when we've got games and training. I think it's really difficult, and it's something that is overseen quite often. We all get on so well. We've got a really good bond as a team now. We're not all just in our own little groups. We're mingling around everyone.
Same with any teammate. You know, that's part of the game for the social side of it. You make friends for life, and just the way that the girls have come into the team and been so welcomed, and everyone says how much of a great environment that is. I think that as a captain makes you proud, knowing you're not actually out there. The proudest moment for me was to see everyone come through COVID the other side of that, and probably stronger as a team.
My aspirations as a player is to be picked for the World Cup this year, hopefully.
I reckon that I'd still want to play for at least another 5 or 6 years, if not more, just depending on how the body holds up. But I think it's something I will probably never leave. I love the game, and I want to stay involved in it, whether that be through coaching or whatever. I'm not too sure how that looks at the minute, but I definitely want to stay involved in the game.
Hopefully I want to try and be the fastest player in the Super League. That's something I'm working on. Little goals like that help us get to where we want to be. Obviously there's our goals as a club to go and win the Challenge Cup and get into the grand final. I think that's something major as a team that we need to get involved, but the personal goals, I've got some. Being the fastest player is something I want to do.
I can see when I see Rachel with other team members how much she wants them to do well as well. And the same for Georgia. They really work hard together and complement each other. So it's, just both really positive, both lots of energy, and great to see that.
She's someone who's at the forefront of developing it, who talks about it, who encourages it, who gives kind of young kids out there an opportunity to see a woman playing the game and coaching in the game and being around the club, and just a top role model for anyone who wants to get involved.
My goal this year, I think we've got to look at the bigger picture. We've got a lot of young girls coming through. I think what we are developing and the environment that we're creating will definitely get back to sort of competing ways.
The future with women's rugby, hopefully, is that it keeps progressing. women's involvement in it. You see a lot more kids playing at amateur level now. I think the more they see it, the more they see a pathway for them to go and get involved and play it.
The women's game has come on massively and we are getting that support now. But I think we're quite far behind, let's say, Australia women. We're very far behind them. We're getting there. It's taking the time. We're very far behind the men as well. So hopefully in a few years' time, we can be even part-time athletes maybe. We want to set out the future for the younger girls. So hopefully that in a few years' time when they're starting out, they can come into it being part-time athletes or full-time athletes.
Recently we have grown, we've taken on more teams. I hope to see that we'll have more resources, we'll be able to bring in more staff. So it's great to see across all of these programmes, including, I suppose, the work we do with young people as well, that lots of people are getting involved in rugby league, more girls getting involved in rugby league than ever before. Our touch programme that used to be exclusively for men has now been opened up to women as well. So it's a really inclusive offer and lots of people are accessing rugby league, which is great.